Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I tell you folks, I just had to sit down with my coffee and share this with you because the latest episode of General Hospital really got me going this week. You know how it is, I've been watching this show for so many years, through thick and thin, just like catching up with old neighbors back home. And let me tell you, what they dropped about Nina Reeves this time around nearly made me spill my drink. I couldn't believe my eyes when they started showing the real heart of Nina's loyalty. That woman, brought to life so beautifully by Cynthia Watros, has been juggling more secrets than anyone should have to. This week on ABC, it all started coming clear. She's been the one making sure Jack Brennan and Drew Kane get their medicine and their drinks. But here's the part that had me chuckling and shaking my head in amazement. Those two smart fellas are only pretending to be under the influence. They're playing along like it's the safest game in town. You see, pretending to be locked up was about the smartest move they could make right then. That Ross Cullum fella made it plenty clear he wanted Jack gone for good, said it straight to his face, no beating around the bush. And don't even get me started on Jen Sidwell. That man had his eyes locked on Drew, and even told Willow straight out that he expected her to be the one to finish the job. Can you imagine hearing something like that from someone? Poor Willow was horrified, and of course she refused flat out. God bless that girl. She's already running around with all her Congress duties and trying to keep up with Michael Corinthos and his distractions. It's too much for one person, if you ask me. That's when Nina stepped right up to the plate, bless her heart. She's the one quietly handling everything, making sure both men get what they need on schedule, all while acting like nothing in the world is wrong. She just tosses those syringes away like yesterday's news and keeps going with a smile. I gotta say, watching her do this really touched me. In a town like Port Charles, full of twists, lies, and folks turning on each other faster than you can say family dinner, here's Nina showing what real loyalty looks like. She's protecting them the best way she knows how, even if it means carrying that heavy weight all by herself. It makes you think about the quiet heroes in your own life, doesn't it? The ones who do the hard things when nobody's watching. Now, Drew's got a longer road ahead of him than Jack. He's been under the influence for quite a bit longer, so his body's going to need more time to shake it all off and get back to full strength. But both those men are sticking to the plan like true troopers. They're committed to playing their parts, no matter how tough it gets. I found myself rooting for them even harder than usual. It reminds me of the old saying my grandpa used to share, sometimes the right thing ain't the easy thing. That's exactly what's happening here. Whew, my heart's still pounding just thinking about it. These stories on General Hospital always pull you in deep, mixing danger with heart and a whole lot of hope. I've seen a lot of drama over the years, but this one feels extra special because it shows how people can surprise you with their strength and kindness. Nina's got me cheering for her every step of the way. I can't wait to see how this all unfolds. Will she be able to keep up the act? Will Jack and Drew make it through safely? I'll be glued to the screen for the next episodes, that's for sure. If you've been watching too, I'd love to hear what you think, friends. Does Nina's loyalty give you hope? Or are you worried about what might happen next? These characters feel like family after all this time, and that's why I keep coming back. Life's full of surprises, just like in Port Charles, sometimes scary, sometimes beautiful, but always worth watching. I tell you folks, the more I think about this whole situation with Nina, the more it just pulls me right in. If Drew and Jack keep up this act, pretending they can't talk or just staying quiet like they're still knocked out, then those troublemakers, Cullum and Sidwell, are going to feel all safe and cozy, like they've got everything under control. And that false sense of safety, well, the longer it lasts, the better it is for our guys. You see, the longer Drew and Jack can keep this quiet game going, the more time they buy themselves. Cullum and Sidwell won't suspect a thing, and that gives our boys the perfect chance to catch their breath, think things through, and get ready to strike back hard. And let me tell you, they will fight back. I can feel it in my bones. These aren't the kind of men who just roll over and take it. Drew especially has had plenty of quiet time to sit with his thoughts. He's been reflecting on some of the not so good choices he's made in the past, and I reckon this whole mess might be the push he needs to turn things around. A man gets locked away like that, even if it's pretend, and it gives him space to decide he wants to be better. But don't think for a second that means he's gone soft. No, sir. Getting even with his real enemies is definitely part of his plan now, and I'm all for it. As for Jack, this extra time is pure gold for him. He's using it to gather solid evidence and lay out his moves to take those fellas down once and for all. Both of them are smarter than the bad guys realize. They've got the upper hand by staying secretly active, as I like to call it. Cullum and Sidwell have no idea the medicine isn't actually working on them. They think everything's going their way, and that's exactly what Nina wants. Bless that woman's heart, she's dead set on keeping this secret safe. She's not letting a single soul know the truth, and she's handling it all with such quiet strength. It really warms my old heart to see someone stand up like that for the people she cares about. In a place like Port Charles, where trust can break faster than a cheap coffee mug, Nina's loyalty feels like a breath of fresh air. Watching all this unfold makes me think about life outside the show, too. Sometimes you got to play the long game, stay patient, and wait for the right moment to set things right. Drew and Jack are doing just that, and I'm rooting for them with everything I've got. It's the kind of story that keeps you hoping for justice and a little redemption along the way. Whew! My mind's spinning just imagining what's coming next. These twists have me hooked good and proper, and I know I'm not the only one. If you've been following along, you understand exactly what I mean. There's real heart in this storyline, and it reminds us that even in the darkest times, good folks find a way to stick together and fight smart. I can't wait to see how Nina keeps holding it all together and how the boys turn this around. It's going to be something special, mark my words. I tell you folks, at first, Drew and Jack had to rely on Nina to pass messages back and forth between them. She became their trusted go-between, carrying every little word from one to the other like a real lifeline. And once she manages to get Jack out of that Turning Woods place, I wouldn't be surprised if she hides him right at her own home for safety. That woman's got more courage than most people I know. This week, she's planning to sit down and talk some sense into Willow, but I have a feeling it might not work out. And you know what? Maybe that's for the best. Even though Nina loves her daughter with all her heart, she's carrying a lot of pain right now. It's tough when family gets tangled up in these messes. Her loyalty, bless her, is leaning strong toward Jack and Drew. Both of them have been hurt by Willow in different ways, and Nina sees that clear as day. At the same time, she knows Willow is also a victim of Cullum and Sidwell, so her heart's being pulled in all directions. Still, Nina's made up her mind. She's going to help Jack and Drew work together, giving them the chance to team up and finally bring those two troublemakers down. It warms my old heart to see her stepping up like this. In a town like Port Charles, where so many folks are quick to turn on each other, here's Nina quietly working behind the scenes for what's right. And here's the best part. All of them are going to join forces to fix the terrible damage that Cullum and Sidwell caused during their reign of terror. Those two big bad wolves have no idea what's coming for them. It's not just Jack, Drew, and Nina hunting them down. No, sir. Plenty of other important folks around Port Charles are setting their sights on them, too. The net is closing in, slow but sure. These characters have become like family after all these years of watching. No matter how twisted the roads get, there's always a light waiting at the end. I'll be right here cheering them on, and I hope you are too, friends. Life's a lot like General Hospital sometimes. Messy, surprising, but full of heart if you look close enough. Can't wait to see justice served with a big old bow on it.